After Andrew Jack's incredible showing at the 2024 Texas Pro, this is the matchup you've all been waiting for. We've had Andrew versus Samson and Andrew versus Derek, but now you want to see this version of Andrew going against the best bodybuilder of the 2024 season so far, Hadi Choopan at the Arnold Classic Ohio, or is Texas Pro Andrew jacked the best bodybuilder of the 2024 season so far? Let's find out. Front double biceps. We can see that Hadi has the better X-frame, an incredible X-frame due to his wide shoulders, great flaring lats, small midsection and huge quads. Andrew, on the other hand, has a more majestic look, almost like a superhero, with better arms, a great taper himself, and very importantly, a considerably bigger stature. I'm sure many Hadi fans will find all kinds of arguments for why the Persian Wolf should win this, but in my opinion this is an Andrew jacked pose overall. The only major area where Hadi excels is in the quads, but Andrew has more than decent quads himself. The front lat spread is next, and usually Hadi Choopan wins this pose with those wide shoulders, great overall X-frame and that solid display. However, Andrew jacked really shows what this pose should be about. Due to his incredible stature, he's bigger and wider than Hadi, and his lats flare out better in this pose. I'm pretty sure there will be fewer voices arguing for Hadi in this second pose, as the front lat spread is even more obviously an Andrew jacked pose. As far as I'm concerned, Andrew is the best in the world in these first two poses, although Hadi put up a better fight than the other guys I've compared to this version of Mona Lisa. Side chest is next, and this pose should reflect overall thickness and roundness. This is Andrew Jack's weaker point. He doesn't look thick and round from the side due to his longer, thinner arms and possibly also his height. Andrew has a pretty modest side leg, with his hamstrings and glutes probably being his weakest area. On the other hand, with Hadi, it's a bit tricky. There are lots of fans who see him as one of the strongest in the world in this pose, but I tend to disagree. Hadi doesn't have big shoulders, long-headed biceps or thick triceps, and on top of that, his forearms are pretty thin as well, which all hurts the overall look of this pose. Also, even though this Arnold version was arguably his best, he lost some of that chest pop he usually had. Overall, I still think it's close between these two in the upper body, but the tie is broken by Hadi's much better lower body in this pose, so this is a first for Hadi Choopan in this comparison. Back double biceps, and this pose looks way closer than anticipated. This is not Hadi's best pose, and also this is one of the poses Andrew jacked improved the most, though it's still a weaker pose for him. Normally Hadi should dominate this pose with his lower body, as Andrew lacks the glute and hamstring details that Hadi has. However, from the back at this show, Hadi lacked that Dorian-esque dry look he had from the front, so he doesn't shut the door on Andrew in this department, even though I still think he wins. Upper body can be debatable. Andrew looks a bit wider, but Hadi has more density in the lower lat region. Also, Hadi seems to be winning in the delts here. Overall, this pose is not definitive, but I think Hadi does enough to win it here. 76% of you who have been watching my videos regularly for the past year are not subscribed. I'm aiming for that 30k subs milestone, so if you enjoy my content and appreciate my work, consider subscribing, it's much appreciated. The back lat spread is a better pose for both of them. Hadi has always looked powerful in this back pose, arguably even defeating Derek Lunsford in it. However, this looks like the pose Andrew improved the most during this past off-season. His back got bigger and thicker. However, pound for pound, Hadi still has the bigger and wider back, and considering the lower body advantage we discussed earlier, I believe that all in all, Hadi wins this back pose as well. But it was a much closer battle than expected, and I will keep that in mind for the conclusion of this video. Side triceps is next, and as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the side triceps, Hadi wins this fair and square. The triceps themselves are comparable, maybe Andrew has the slightest advantage, but everything else seems to be going in Hadi's favor. The arms, the entire upper body, the side leg, and on top of all, the execution. Everything goes to Hadi here. It's worth mentioning that with this other variation from Andrew, things become a little more complicated, but this is old news already. This is not a side triceps, it's more of a front triceps. I believe that even Tyler Mannion advised Andrew against this display, so overall another win for the Persian Wolf. Now, this is the pose you've been waiting for, the abs and thighs. These are quite possibly the best two abs and thighs displays of all time. Either way, I call this one. The other 50% will get mad at me. So let me give you my assessment of this pose. Hadi has the more complete abs, with great obliques as well. His abs are also much more deeply cut, and he also presents better quads. These arguments should already seal the deal for him, right? Well, not really. Even though Hadi wins the quads from the front, Andrew's lower body is pretty strong as well, so it's not a decisive advantage. And in the upper body, Andrew has perfect symmetric six-pack abs and the better overall V-taper. As I said in the beginning, this really could go either way, but overall, factoring everything in, and not forgetting the stature difference, I'm going to have to go with Andrew jacked. Personally, I think his abs and thighs is the very best of all time. We have one more pose left, and since the score is 4-3 for Hadi so far, this is Andrew's last chance to even out the score. And since some of the poses Hadi won were so close, like the back poses, Andrew could win the entire thing in the end. Unfortunately for him, the most muscular is arguably his weakest pose, ironically a front pose. And for Hadi, this has become one of his strongest, despite having weak arms and shoulders. Hadi's core details through those pecs and abs are something I've never seen on any bodybuilding stage. That core coupled with those incredible quads makes this an undeniable display, again, despite the arms. Andrew has all the tools to do almost the same, as his chest and abs are defined too, but he fails to nail a good execution and his quads cannot match Hadi's either, so overall, Hadi wins this pose. In conclusion, Hadi Choopan at the 2024 Arnold Classic remains the best bodybuilder of the season so far, but this new version of Andrew jacked snatched 3 of Hadi's best poses and was also very close in the back shots. With some improved polish, I believe not only can Andrew challenge Hadi, but I'm also pretty sure he can beat him. Hadi will always have the details and muscle maturity on his side, but Andrew might be just too big for him if he brings a more streamlined physique. Andrew jacked has all the potential in the world to defeat Hadi and consequently, since Hadi is a Mr. Olympia winner, to win the prestigious title. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, like this video for the algorithm and subscribe for more videos like this.